What is up, Sooner Nation? Welcome to the Sooner Surge podcast that tells it like it is. It's Sunday night, Jay. There's been a lot of things happening in the world of college football, specifically Billy Napier mainly out at Florida. And I'm just going to start off right off the bat. I saw Corks' comment, so I've got to start it right off the bat. And Jay, I actually had a conversation with you earlier about this. And Hunter, we were kind of just discussing Penn State and some other things. I want to say this. Oh, wow. First off, whoa. You talk about, hey, Charlie Kuchek, if I'm saying that correctly, much thanks for the generosity. More so the generosity. That's just, I appreciate you very much. Second of all, for doing what you said you're going to do. I remember you saying this now, but I totally forgot about it. But wow, thank you so much for the support of our channel. Sincerely, hey, if you would send us an email at soonersurgepod@gmail.com, soonersurgepod@gmail.com. I'd like to be in touch just to express some gratitude as well. Thank you. And also thanks to Damon right now for the super. Damon's been a big time supporter of our channel. Hey, you guys, Charlie and Damon, thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
I was going to say on Charlie, I don't even recall him even putting that in there. I got to fly in here. It's driving me nuts. But yeah, appreciate the both. I mean, it's incredible.
Again, I would appreciate the emails really from both of you guys. Soonersurgepod@gmail.com. Would love for you to email us. Hey, Jay, I've got to say this right off the bat because I'm going to get fired up already.
I'm already fired up. So I may not be my normal self tonight. So just
good. I saw Corks brought it up. The coach that he wants to replace Venables is who OU plays this week. Can we talk about something really quickly? I love Lane Kiffin as an offensive coordinator. I think Lane Kiffin right now is a very hot commodity with what he's doing at Ole Miss. But he's been coaching for about 15 years and hasn't won anything. Hasn't won any. He was way under 500 in the NFL at Oakland for 2 years. He goes into the college landscape, not good at USC. Where was he? Florida Atlantic. He had
Tennessee.
Yeah, until recently, the last couple years, what's he done? The people that are, and rightfully so about BV, if he doesn't do something, we've said he should be gone. But Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin hasn't been in a playoff in the 15 years he's coached. So for everyone to say, this is the guy we want to replace Venables, please.
Hey, I like Lane Kiffin. I think Lane Kiffin. Like him. I think even though I'm a little different than you, even though he hasn't won as far as the big game and they haven't made the playoff, I think he's his coaching style has changed a little bit. I think he's become a better head coach. I think when you think of head coaches right now that could leave where they're at, he's got to be the top. He's got to be the top one. When you're looking at a guy that might leave for another school, he's the best one out. I mean, he's better. I mean, would you take him or Brian Kelly, Jeremy?
Well, I would take Jay. Come on, I'm not taking Brian Kelly. I'm not taking Brian Kelly anywhere.
What's Brian Kelly won?
He hasn't. Hey, I saw 918. Half of those wins. Hey, what was he? 50 and 19. Half of those wins are the last 3 years, counting this year. He's got 27 counting this year in the last 3 years. So, yes, recently he's been elite. And by the way, I'm going to say something that's going to get every OU fan just loving it. You know what it is? I need to go get a lab jacket. Brent Venables' defense, and no, not Lincoln Riley's offense, Lane Kiffin's offensive mind and Brent Venables' defensive, and that is the head ball coach you need. Now, there's none of those out there, but that offensive mind and that defensive mind. And guess what's awesome right now, Jay? Guess what is awesome right now?
What, Jeremy?
That offensive mind coming to Norman, Oklahoma with that defensive mind. That's the battle we get this weekend. Hey, Sooner fans, Ole Miss fans, that's the battle we get. It's a top defense in the country. Statistically, it is. And a top 5 offense in the country. They punted one time against Georgia, one time against mighty Georgia. It's in Norman, Oklahoma, the Palace on the Prairie, this Saturday, 11 a.m. It's everything you want. I'm fired up, Jay. Damon, another super, fired me up even more. Thank you so much. Jay, get some chopsticks like Mr. Miyagi. Look, Jay, fortunately, it looks like your fly killing skills is about as bad as Ole Miss's defense because you're not stopping anything over there in your pod room.
You catch this thing barehanded in a minute, and you'll see what you're saying.
Aaron, it's a 3.5 point favorite.
Yes. Hey,
3.5. And I'm a little shocked.
This is I like this comment. I wonder how Lane became an offensive guru, his dad being a Hall of Fame defensive guru. Probably because he knew all the defensive stuff out there, what to go against. But Jerm, the BB, I mean, I'm not even going to talk about Brent Venables tonight being fired. I don't even know why that's in the chat. Okay. Here's the thing. OU is 6-1. The game Saturday, I cannot stress how important this game is because one of two things. You go win that game, you're at 7-1, and legitimately real chance, if you're at 7-1 with 2 home games being Missouri and LSU, you have a really good chance of going 9-3 if you win Saturday. The other thing is this. If you lose Saturday, you have a good chance of being 6-4 after the 2 road games at Tennessee and Alabama and 4 of 5 losses. 4 out of the last 5 games losses. That's how big this game is Saturday.
And you're right, Jay.
It's a huge game, dude.
We said it last week. South Carolina was a massive game for BV's future, and it's going to be that way this week too because you lose this one. You're right, Jay. It's a monumental game. It is huge. SEC Nation's going to be there. OU fans need to be better than they were last time, Jay, when SEC Nation was there because it wasn't great. It was the Auburn game. It wasn't great. And Mess is right. Ole Miss last year, Jay, with Jackson Dart, lost 3 games they had no business losing.
Well,
no.
Listen, you never be quiet enough for anybody to talk. It's just like it's like pull a string on the doll.
Except you can't control it, so why are you trying?
And then he rounds back up again. Jeez. Jerm, Lane Kiffin last year, the thing is this. He always loses a game he shouldn't lose. That's the problem. Like last year, all they had to do was make the playoff. To make the playoff this year was beat Florida. The bad Florida team. That's all they had to do was beat Florida. They lost it. If they win that game, they're in the playoff. They lost.
Correct.
That's been the main thing. So this year, say OU beats them. They have 2 losses. If they win out, they're going to the playoff. What Lane Kiffin has done in the past would be to lose to the Egg Bowl against Mississippi State last game.
Oh, and I think Jeff Lebby's going to get him.
Slip up. That's been the main thing with him.
Now,
I like Lane Kiffin a lot. I think he's changed his coaching. I think he's changed as a person. I like his. I like the guy. I do. I hope you whoops their butt on Saturday. Though.
Hey, I saw Ohio State's comment about why does OU never throw the deep ball, and I want to get to that, Jay. About that, I want to talk about that Sunday night. And he also has Texas losing this weekend. Mark it down. Where is Texas this weekend?
At Levy.
At Levy State. That's right. Hey, one thing about Mateer, and people have posted, I think, was it Chris Williams that posted it first about the conversation between Mateer and Lenore Sellers? I believe it was Chris Williams that posted it first, Jay, but the conversation was basically Mateer explaining kind of where the injury was and saying how it was still hurting in the first quarter of that game against South Carolina. I do personally think that it's affecting his deep ball. I think it's one of the reasons they're not taking big-time shots. Personally, I think that. Also, BV in the postgame presser. Listen, I taught English for 22 years. I taught AP Lang, which is a study of language where you basically break down every word that's said, Jay. And if you listen to BV in the postgame presser, I think he alluded to something.
Well, you know
what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
Basically, he said Mateer's not going to say it when he's hurting. He's a stand-up guy. He's not going to say it. He's not going to have an excuse, and he's not going to take the credit all the time. He knows he's got some excuses for why, and he's not doing it. He's going to own it.
I'm going to go a different angle, okay? Because I think you know what I've noticed from John Mateer? I've noticed his running not being up to what it was early in the season. And do you know why I think that? I mean, are you going to get hurt? Is that thumb get more injured throwing the ball or taking a hit on it? He looks To me, he looks like he's kind of dancing around running.
Yeah, he doesn't want to just take shots.
I mean, do you see that? Like last Saturday, do you feel like he kind of was?
I see it, Jay. I see it.
Maybe not. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. I think
this comment about Ole Miss playing a shallow coverage could be bad deal. You got to run the ball, and you've got to get the ball to Gibson deep, because that's a matchup. OU, look, Ole Miss's secondary has been bad. Hey, I got to show this comment just because it's Ohio. Put it back on here. It's Ohio State fan, and I love the end of this.
Put it back on me. I don't even know where
Texas Nightmare. Texas Nightmare, y'all lost unranked Florida and went to OT with Kentucky. That's why you're here. You were upset. It's okay. Daddy's here, a.k.a. Ohio State. That's great. I had to show that one.
Oh, that's a good comment. That's a great comment.
It's a great
comment. Hey, Ohio, this person's been in here quite a bit. I like it. I mean, I think over the last few weeks, Danny Okoye played some the other day.
Danny Okoye played a lot more the other day.
Hold up real quick. RMT, Marvin Jones Jr.,
Taylor Wine,
and Adebore, who's played pretty good. Like, where's he going to play?
Jay, I need to go look at snap count. He may have played as much as PJ Adebore. I don't know snap count, how much he got, Jay. I thought it was funny because Paul Feinbaum basically took a shot at BV. Him and Herbstreit went at it before the game, talking about the OU South Carolina game, and his comments didn't look very good, Jay, after OU played that game. He basically said OU was done. Their defense isn't that. They're bullies, that they get bullied, okay? It was a bad take. I thought it was funny, though, Herbstreit and him. Hey, it is fun. Now, look, there was questions. OU should have just stayed in the Big 12, and they might have been in the playoff earlier. But it is fun being in the SEC.
Well, everybody, especially you, Jerm, today. I mean, I don't know how many times we've talked on the phone, but every time I talk to you, it's playoff. It's about what does OU have to do to get in the playoff? What do the other teams have to do?
You got to win. You got to win.
Well, listen, Jerm, you could say the next two games are playoff
games. Yeah, the rest of the way, the last five.
Well, I'm specifically, though, next week, if you lose to Ole Miss.
The last five, are you kidding me?
Jerm, if OU loses to Ole Miss, the chance of them going 9-3 are slim.
Now this week is October 25th. Saturday's October 25th, and then after that, you remember the old school days, Jay, of Championship November.
Yeah,
BV needs to reinstate it
because that was kind of a Lincoln thing.
Yeah, BV needs to reinstate it, and I believe that started, Jay, when OU beat Nebraska and all them. Was that October or November that year?
That was October. Yeah, that was Red October or something they called it. I can't remember what they called it, but somebody will know. Funner is not a word, as the Blazing says here. The rest of the schedules, you could say, is playoff. And every game right now, if it stays chalk, every game the rest of the way is a top 20 team.
Oh, yeah. And Sooner WX, your question is, how are people figuring that we can go 9-3 if we beat Ole Miss? Because you win the two games at home.
If you win your two home games after Ole Miss, you're at 9-3.
And I'm telling you right now, Ole Miss is going to be way more difficult to stop than Missouri.
I would agree, John. I would agree with you there.
I really doubt Missouri is going to go to Norman, Oklahoma and run all over OU.
And who knows at LSU at that point? I mean, LSU this week plays at Texas A&M plays at LSU. They need to right the ship, but who knows with all these coaching moves? I mean, I don't know what's going on with LSU. LSU's probably been the biggest surprise in the SEC to me. Would you agree?
Biggest disappointment.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Biggest shock is like, ooh, I thought they'd be better. Do you remember the first game of the year when they beat Clemson? Everyone's like, wow, that Clemson barely beat. That turns out not to be a very good win, I guess. I mean, what is going on, Gobbo?
Oh, I know. Hey, Keys 918 says Keys to OU beating Ole Miss. For me, it's can they be effective in the run game? I think for OU to be successful, they need to dictate the pace and control the clock. A shootout would be bad. And, agreed. OU can't get in a shootout, but to me, if OU's defense holds Ole Miss to 20 or less, I would say it's a win on the defense. And it's a game you got to score more than 20. You got to score more than 20 against his defense.
Agreed. Arkansas, listen, I mean, we can go down the scores, Jerm. They beat Arkansas 41-35. Washington State that game, they very well could have lost at home. Last week was just a shootout with Georgia. I mean,
David's right. I mean, it's going to come down to this.
Turnover and running. I do think what 918 says about controlling clock. In fact, the game plan that he threw out there last week, if it's successful in the running game and you do that similar thing.
Well, man, Jay, you need to kill that thing. Hey, listen. Ole Miss and Georgia. Ole Miss punted once, but the last two possessions specifically, Trinidad Chambliss felt pressure and became erratic. He made errors. He threw the ball behind receivers. If OU pressures him and contains him, because he can scramble, he's got really good legs. He can move well. He's got nice wheels. OU got to play good containment, but if they pressure him, that's the key for OU going forward. Ole Miss, Tennessee, Bama, the next three games are not as good defensively as Texas was or Auburn was or Michigan was, in my opinion, okay? But Ole Miss, Tennessee, and Bama are three better offenses than they've played all year. So it's now time for the defense to do it against the big dogs and for the offense to be able to score against the weaker dogs.
Yeah, and I want to answer this from Ron asking me a question here. Jason, think OU would be Arkansas at Arkansas? Yes, I do. I actually think it'd be a pretty – Arkansas's played everybody close. They just can't stop a leaky faucet. I mean, OU would score on them, and I think they would stop them enough to win. But, hey, Arkansas has put up points on pretty much everybody they've played. They have. Damon, thanks again for the super. I got to do something with this fly. Hang on.
Wow. You have to get pressure on Ole Miss's quarterback. You absolutely have to keep pressure up all game long. And the crowd's got to be electric. It's an 11 a.m. kick. This is OU's wheelhouse, 11 a.m. They've had 11 a.m. games for years. They know how to play these games. It's got to be electric on Friday night going into Saturday. Hey, this is a good comment, Dowpost. I actually rewatched the game against South Carolina, and that Mateer punt, my 11-year-old and I were watching it. We were talking about the Mateer punt, and I specifically told my 11-year-old, Sawyer, I love that. That was a great punt. But you know what was even better, and no one really gives credit? Elijah Thomas down there. Elijah Thomas has been the first guy down there on almost every kick. He's been great, man. He's been great.
He's been the special teams player of the year for Oklahoma.
Hey, easy.
Other than Sandow.
Yeah, easy money. Easy money. Also, one of the big-time contributors and supporters of our channel. Thank you so much for your generosity as well, Easy Money, and for the super. We do really appreciate you. I really appreciate it. And you're right. Ole Miss defense isn't elite. I would say they're comparable to – they're not as good as South Carolina. Would you say, Jay? Where would you rank them defensively?
Who?
Ole Miss, Jay, the team OU plays.
I was just showing you the fly I killed. First try. Ole Miss, I would rank them defensively.
Comparable to whom?
In the SEC?
Better than South Carolina?
I mean, better. Yeah, I think so.
Wow, really?
Their D line's not better, but I think overall, I mean, they're not very good though. I mean, but they're decent. They're not like great. They're not horrible. They're kind of just. I mean, they're just kind of, to me, it's a team you should score points on. Yes.
Yeah, best matchup of the week, Jay versus the Fly. And you know what? It's time, as Johnson says. It's time to open up the phone lines. Check out thefanstop.com/OU. That takes you straight to the Shirt of the Month Club, where you can sign up for your OU Shirt of the Month Club. Use code SURGE. You get 10% off the first 3 months. If you're an Ole Miss fan on here, welcome to the Sooner Surge. We'll be live 9:30 every single night this week. Also, they have an Ole Miss Shirt of the Month Club there on the Fan Stop. You can check them out as well.
Hey, I saw somebody ask earlier and said, please, Jason, please tell us you're picking Ole Miss. I don't want to disappoint student fans, but I'm feeling pretty good right now about Oklahoma. But I don't know. Maybe
you got to pick Ole Miss, Jay. You have to. And Platone's on the line. He's our certified doctor that comes on here every night and always has good takes about OU. But what's up, Platone?
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? Good. How are you? Good. 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 Hey guys, I'm just happy that I don't have to talk as much injury stuff with you. So that's
Yeah,
always a good
it's
thing.
been
I
good.
know I know we're banged up a little bit, but it's 10 times better than it was last year. So I'll take that.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So I was looking at the rankings on the next teams that we play, comparing Ole Miss, 10, Bama, and all those teams. And so I'll throw some numbers at you guys. Okay, so in terms of scoring offense, all of our tough teams are coming up. All right, so Ole Miss is number 19. Tennessee is number 1. Bama is number 34. Mizzou is number 10, which is higher than I thought it would be. And LSU is pretty bad on offense. They're number 85. Up to this point, the highest ranked offense we played was actually Michigan at number 60. So we got some major tests coming up for our defense. Now, on the opposite coin of that, the scoring defenses that we're about to face are average compared to what we were doing. So we've already faced Texas, who's number 3. We've already placed Michigan, who is number 30. We've faced Auburn, who's number 18. The ones coming up are Ole Miss is number 34 on scoring defense. So it's pretty similar to South Carolina, at least in terms of their stats.
Okay.
Tennessee is terrible. They're number 107. Bama's number 22. Mizzou is higher than I thought. Mizzou on paper looks better than I thought. They're number 10 on scoring offense and number 16 on scoring defense. I didn't
Wow,
realize they
very
were
balanced.
that
Yeah,
good.
the only thing
Yeah.
about Missouri is who have they beat? Like,
Yeah. I don't think their
kind of like
schedule is very
OU, who have
good.
they played? Like,
They played Bama well, Jay.
Yeah. And then last is LSU is number 5 on scoring defense. So they're pretty good. They're just terrible on offense. So they're number 85 on offense. Here's my take. The only game I think on the schedule that I don't anticipate us winning is at Bama. I'll be shocked if we win that game. Bama's too good. I don't really see us winning that game. I think all the others are potential wins that we can win. For Tennessee, I think their defense is bad, but their offense is really good. For both Ole Miss and Tennessee, I think we really need to keep the ball off the defense's shoulders as much as we can. We need to run the ball. We need to grind the clock because I know our defense is good, but I don't want our defense to be on the field a bunch against the number 1 and number 10, number 19 offenses. That's a tough ask even for our elite defense. But anyway,
Yeah,
that's the way I see it
I
shaking
Hey,
out. I
agree.
think
hey,
all
great
winnable.
stat. Yeah.
Yeah, but Bama, I don't know. I don't think we can win Bama. I'll be shocked if we win that game. I think they're way better now than they were at the beginning of the season.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And hey, Platone, great stats. I'm glad you mentioned those. That's great stuff. Appreciate it. Anytime viewers can bring stats like that, love it. But thing is this: you hear the old saying that we always say is defense wins championships, right? Defense travels. Hey, Tennessee is not good defensively. If you don't turn the ball over and you score some points, your defense can win you that game. You just got to put your defense in position to win you the game in these games. You can't go out there and try to do too much. You can't go out there and try to get like 918 said, getting a shootout with somebody. Complimentary football, and this team will be in good shape.
And Ohio State fan, it was Giovanni Gibson had 6 catches. He was the receiver you're talking about coming back from injury. Hey, Jay, Sooner fans comment says, need a game where the offense has an explosion, takes the pressure off the defense. I know we talked about this a lot of times, Jay, on the phone during games. If OU gets up double digits, 10 or more, 2 scores, you feel really good because the defense has been great. So to me, it's that get 2 scores ahead. And what Sandell, I mean, was that Aubrey the other night? I saw Aubrey kick one from
61 today, like
61
nothing.
today. He barely kicked it. It's like a warm up. It was a warm up practice swing, and it goes through the uprights for 70 easily. And Tate Sandell the other day, 55, and it would have been good from 65, Jay. Like, get 2 scores up is huge for this defense because they can pin their ears back and they can bring pressure after pressure after pressure.
Hey, Chavez, listen. Bama is beatable. Okay, that's not what Platone said. But you realize Bama in the last 4 weeks has beaten 4 ranked teams, a couple of them on the road. Bama's playing really well right now. That's not a game I would pick OU in right now. No, I wouldn't.
Is this a bad comment, Jay, or do you agree with it? I'm curious if Chavez agrees with this. Platone said outside Bama, every game is winnable. Here's what I would say. Would you agree that every game on OU schedule is winnable and every game left on OU schedule is losable?
Correct.
Yeah. Chavez, would you agree with that?
Every game's losable with what's left.
Every game is winnable and every game is losable. I think every realistic fan would agree with that comment.
Well, we'll see. I mean,
surge or purge it. Do you surge or purge it? They're all winnable and they're all losable.
Hey, listen, I don't really want to talk a whole lot about this, but since it was put in the chat, I'll bring it up because I know our phone calls today have been back and forth for a long time today, and I'm kind of tired of the playoff stuff. But you know my opinion on this. I don't think 9-3 in those two losses, I don't think you get in. I don't think OU at 9-3 with those two losses get you in.
I'm done.
That's just my opinion because and you can turn your camera off and you're probably yelling at the camera right now and we can talk about this another day because I don't want to talk about it tonight, really.
You point blank told me don't mention 9-3 because you're not going to talk about it.
Well,
and then you just did. And then you just did, man.
It was in the chat, Jerm. The reason I don't want to talk it. I'm not talking about it until Saturday. If they beat Ole Miss, then we can talk about it.
Oh, you already brought it up.
You can't talk about it until they beat Ole Miss.
He's insane, man. He's insane.
You are insane, man. Like seriously. Sometimes I'm curious.
Yeah, you brought it up and said you weren't. So good job.
Definition of insanity. Sometimes you live out. Wow, made you quiet. That's first. Jeez.
You didn't make it. Why'd I choose to be?
Okay. Georgia put up 221 yards rushing on Ole Miss. Yeah, they ran the ball on him. Georgia's better on the O-line than Oklahoma, though. And I agree, Chavez.
You think?
Too much season left. I agree, Chavez.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, Georgia's better up front than OU's offensively. I got something for you, though. OU's better up front defensively than Georgia is.
Oh, yeah. I think most people would agree with that. I mean, I think most people would agree. Look at the stat. I mean, don't you think after 8 games now, I agree with Platone. When you look at who OU's played offensively, the toughest teams they're going to play this year are coming up, right? Yes. Tennessee, Ole Miss. Specifically, the next 3 games offensively are the 3, man. Those are it. Ole Miss, Tennessee, Bama. Boom, boom, boom. These are it, man. And this is what you go to Oklahoma. This is why you go to Oklahoma, Jeremy. Playing games.
It is, Jay. Hey, Damon is
put up or shut up time.
Damon is dropping them in here, and he said that one's for me, Jay. I tell you what, Damon is a just big time supporter of our channel and telling me to chill, so I will on that super note.
Hey, we'll appreciate it, Damon. Before we get to Colin, Fit 10-2. I don't know how. I got to look up tiebreakers. I think the only chance you can win the SEC is you have to go 10-2, and that might not do it. There might be an 11-1 team.
No, but you play a championship game.
You can get in a championship game, but I don't even know if 10-2. It depends on the tiebreakers. There'll be 3 teams at 10-2, 3 or less. So there might be 4 teams. Let's get to Colin. What's up, Colin?
What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Doing all right, man. How are you?
Ready for the game, and it's only Sunday.
I know it feels like it should just be tomorrow with how much juice I have for it. But first off, I want to say I liked you guys' video over to softball, and I think Kendall Welsh, or however you say Walsh.
Oh, unbelievable.
She's going to be the next all-star.
She hits bombs. That's what she does.
I think this class and what we have coming in could be the next 4-year 4-peat. Like, of course, that's a lot of expectations, but I think, like you guys said, the talent could be like the most talented up there on the roster. But to football, I did rewatch the game, and I think the biggest thing I noticed was, of course, run blocking difference and a lot of better communication on the offensive line when to go up and to the second level and blocking and being able to do that quicker, easier, faster. Which,
hey, Colin, I'm glad you brought this up about the O-line, because I've heard people say, man, they just looked a lot better. They were hitting people. Why is it game 8 that they decide to do that?
Sometimes,
Kevin, what changed after the first 6 games? You're like, oh, let's get more physical. Let's get physical. Remember that song? I mean, what changed?
That's a good question. But I think it may be a cop-out answer, but I think it may just be the more practice with the offense. Because you have to still understand they're still learning the offense and perfecting the plays as they learn them. And that's why I still think, yes, offensively we've gone better than last year, but I think next year is going to be our takeoff year on offense.
Well, I think next year the offense would be better because it's year 2 under an OC. So
Yeah.
that always helps.
And then second thing I liked, Torrey Blaylock's vision. There was a lot of runs where he just was able to maneuver, hit a hole, jump outside, get the defender inside, and being able to run. My favorite play, of course, was X-Rob, the offensive lineman pushing X-Rob 5 yards to get into the end zone. But again, I feel like the biggest takeaway is it felt like more of less schematical and more just getting your best playmakers in space. Dumping it off to like a mesh route.
Get the ball out quicker.
And then or comeback route to Satania and say, just go make a play.
It's the reason they were 50% on third down conversion is they got matchups with Satania and Burks and Gibson on the outside, and it was pitch and catch. Some of those were difficult throws, and I gave Mateer credit for that, but those are the matchups that it looks like Arbuckle's going to want to kind of, use on third down plays. And also, they had a lot of penalties, but they weren't behind the chains a whole lot. It was third and manageable.
Yeah, and as I listened to Oklahoma breakdown, and of course it's with any game, but if we can just continue that run game that we had, I think we can give Ole Miss real time, and I think we can build off it because South Carolina, yes, they're not the worst team, they're not the best team, but it just feels good to see it against a non-Kent State team because even against Kent State, we were having trouble with the run. So finally being able to see that, I think we can finally build off it. And last thing I'll say is the running back rotation. It felt smoother. Felt like we finally stuck with Blaylock through the game and let him be able to show off his talent. And then when you need him to break, here comes X-Rob. Unlike what we've seen in the past where it feels like every 2 other plays, they're switching running backs and not letting them get into the zones.
Yeah.
But I'll leave you guys there. I think we beat Ole Miss in a close game. I know people don't want the heartbreak, but I'm just going to go out on a limb and say we win on a 50-yard field goal by Tate Sandell.
Oh, wow. He's been good. Thanks, Colin.
I think he could be one of the best special team kickers we've had in a long time with the power he has. And it's been really good. I feel like kickers are undervalued with how important they are. Like people don't think it's that big of a skill, but being able to kick a 50-yarder like with that much time and gap to spare, is pretty good.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. Kickers are like a dad is to a 15-year-old because I got a 15-year-old right now. I got 3 boys, but specifically the 15-year-old when it's like. You never know you need them till you do. And then maybe it's for some Cash App here or something. I remember those teenage years. Hey, Damon, have a good night. Thanks for your support. You donated many times on here. And I just, again, want to say I appreciate it. And we'll see you tomorrow night. Shelby asked about what Mateer needs to specifically do, Jay. He needs to not turn it over and be good on third down. And I do think he's got to hit some deep balls.
I think maybe the running game a little bit better on power stuff, but because I think that is part of their run game is him running the ball some. But hey, the AP polls out. OU's 13. Were you shocked that Notre Dame's ahead of them? 2 losses. Were you shocked that Notre Dame was ahead of a few one-loss?
They weren't, but they were ahead of OU last week. No one wants to talk about that.
Where were they last week?
1 ahead of OU.
Oh, were they really?
I believe they were. Now they went from 13 to 12. Well, they were a few ahead of OU, I think. But
okay.
Maybe. I don't know. I thought they were ahead of OU by 1 last time. AP poll is a joke. I agree.
Do you think the playoff rankings come out too late, or do you think it's about right?
What is it, November 4th?
Still got 3 weeks.
It's pretty late.
But that's not a bad thing, I don't think. You kind of dwindle out all the pretenders out there, don't you?
Yeah. And hey, BV stays up all kinds of hours watching film, and he's probably gonna work extra hard because it is difficult. What Ben's saying here with with the mesh off motion and the mesh off RPO and the mesh screen. It's a lot of window dressing. It's a lot of smoke screens here and there. But listen, you never know what he's going to pull out. Those backside reverses, fake reverses, two quarterbacks. Austin Simmons played a lot the other day, not at quarterback.
What did you think about the 4th and 1 and they ran like a double reverse pass? It's crazy, man.
It was the quarterback, Jay, that ran it.
It was wild. I know.
The quarterback lined up receiver. You're right, Ben. OU's got to have their eyes in the right spot. And what that does on a defense is when there's so much going on, you're on your heels more. You're not in attack mode. And that's the issue. That's why it's so successful.
And I like what Farm Nate says here. I think it'll expose Chambliss and Ole Miss offense. The one thing Brent Venables has, if you go and look at his career, he's been really good at, is when you get first-time quarterbacks going against his defense, usually does pretty good. The caveat is that you have Lane Kiffin, who's a mastermind offensively. That's the one caveat. And you talk about offensive coaches that put their quarterbacks in great situations. Lane Kiffin does that. He puts his quarterbacks in, and just like Josh Heupel does, they put them in great situations where they can succeed. And that's the sign of a great coordinator.
If you remember last year, Jay, OU went up early on Ole Miss. It was 7-7 at the end of the first quarter. At halftime, OU was up 14-10. Do you remember this?
Yes, I remember.
Bad third quarter. But last year, Lane Kiffin with Jackson Dart, they had 380 yards against OU's defense, 311 in the air, only 69 rushing yards. And it's going to be a little bit of that. I think Chambliss is a better runner than Jackson Dart was. But they ended up a lot of yards in the second half in that game, Jay. So it was after halftime. Dart was 22 of 30 against OU. So Kiffin did show that he could pick up. Now, OU apart a little bit last year, but OU's better defensively than they were last year. They're getting at the quarterback a little more, I believe. So, yeah. Now, Platone says it's a 4.5. OU, it started at 3.5. Am I wrong on that? I believe it started
at 3.5. It was at 3.5, I thought at first, but.
Okay, I want to say, again, thank you to Easy Money as well for the super chat. Really appreciate the support of our channel. Damon, Easy Money, Charlie earlier with the $99 one. You guys have been great tonight, and we really want to say thank you. I'm never going to skip over something. We like all the chats. Specifically, thank you so much for that, Easy Money. I'll answer this question because what I thought I heard, Jay, it was either on BV's coach's show or post game. I thought I read where BV and heard that BV said it wasn't as bad as they thought, that it was more of a stinger type injury.
Yes.
The issue with that, though, is he was in a sling.
Yeah, but you yourself said that doesn't matter sometimes.
Well, I'm going to say what I thought it was, and I don't have Platone on it. When it happened, he comes from behind the guy and tackles him. I immediately told my wife collarbone. I thought it was collarbone.
I thought he landed on it. Hey,
could be in a sling for a collarbone.
Hey, the Powers hit, Germ.
I lost my ever-loving mind when they called targeting.
Right now, would you rank which hit do you think was harder, Powers or Kendall Daniels against Michigan?
Oh, Powers.
I think Powers was too.
Hey,
he folded that guy up like a pancake, man.
Let's not just gloss over what Kendall Daniels has been doing.
Oh, Daniels had a
Kendall
great game.
Daniels, guys, and it's not just in the run game. He's so good in the pass game. Have you seen Kendall Daniels get beat down the field for a pass? I haven't. Bless you, Jay.
Thanks. Now Daniels did hit a big back at the time.
And I agree. Daniels is the perfect cheetah. And guess what? Next year, Reggie Powers is going to take over, and it's going to be in good hands as well. So,
here's a crazy thing, and I'm going to say this again. I think I said this early in the year. You know how good your defensive line is?
Yeah.
Last year and the year before, who got all the tackles?
Linebackers.
They don't get as many tackles.
Great point, Jay. Great point.
You know why they don't get tackles? Running backs don't even get to the second level.
Correct, Jay.
They can't get past the line of scrimmage half the time.
Great point, Jay.
That's because the D-line is that good. I'm sorry. Like, looking over the last few years, Taylor Wine, compared to, let's just say, Trace Ford or Caden Woolard. Nothing against those guys. But what Wine is doing on the outside, Ethan Downs even, what Wine is doing is unbelievable. I mean,
well, yeah, what Tommy and Troy bring up there is Taylor Wine. He's been arguably the best on the defense.
And Jeremy, David Stone's going to be an All-American. He's going to be an All-American.
Interesting note, Jay. David Stone played 39 snaps the other day. I think, a lot of those other guys played 24 to 27. So they're starting to play Stone more. Dowpost, I want to answer this before we get to Corks. And I want to talk about RSJ because Mez brought it up. He hasn't been great, Jay. Dowpost, one thing about the indecisiveness from the sidelines, this day and age, coordinators are always trying to get to the right call. And so there's so many adjustments. I think that's why there's more indecisiveness. Back in the day, you didn't audible on defense. There wasn't a communication in the helmets.
But you can see sometimes they're like, come on, Brent, let's get – he's trying to call the perfect defense. Let's get to Corks. What's up, Corks?
Hey,
Hey, man.
I'm just calling to admit defeat to Germ about Kendall Daniels. I thought he was going to be a Jag, and I was the one that was hyped up on Dolby. I'll take the big L on that one.
Yeah.
Hey, what is it about him? What is it about him? I've been more impressed with his cover skills, but he's been great.
Yeah, I didn't think he'd be able to cover, so I have to agree with you. It's very surprising. I thought it was going to be more a Deshaun McCullough type thing with him. But I was wrong, and I'm glad I was wrong, and I'm glad you were right. He's looked very good.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
He's looked good.
But I wanted to – go ahead, Jay. I'm sorry.
How you feeling about Saturday? Home game. What do you think?
I can't admit it to the Surge because I would be called the Sunshine Pumper, so I'm not going to. But I wonder if nobody else notices how good minus one missed tackle the other day, how good Kobe McKenzie's been.
He's been just very good.
I'm glad you brought it up, Corks, because I talked to Jay during the game some, and this is just my personal opinion. Kip Lewis, to me, does too much dancing around and celebrating after anything. It's borderline annoying. I'm just going to say it, okay? Just from a fan perspective. Kobe McKenzie doesn't do it. Kobe McKenzie makes plays and goes about his business. I love that about Kobe McKenzie. And the other thing is, there was one play the other day that stands out in Kobe McKenzie. He brought a late pressure. He bull rushed the running back, ran through him. He did not get the sack, but that sack was.
Is that the one Grayson Halton had?
Correct.
That he destroyed.
Was
it? I think it was the center and maybe a guard and a running back. That's a Mike linebacker.
And you called it on McKenzie. You called it on McKenzie.
He's done better than I thought he would, honestly. But
yeah, you're high on him.
His Mike blitzes. No, Rocky wasn't the Mike. Torrance was the Mike, wasn't he? Yeah.
I think
so. Rocky was, I guess he was a Will back then. I don't know, but when Kobe blitzes to assist the D line, it reminds me of Rocky's when he used to do it back in the 02-ish, 01.
Yeah, it's been.
That's what it reminds me of. Kobe. I think Kobe's elite Mike that doesn't get no credit. Maybe because he had to follow Stutzman. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and Sunshine Pump. I got us 34 to 22.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Corks, bring it great. Sunshine.
Thanks, Corks. Appreciate you, man.
Jay, do you agree on the Kip Lewis stuff? What I was saying about it? Sometimes it's a little too much.
I see what you're saying after the play.
I see what he loses his mind, and I like energy, but sometimes it's like, get back in there and be ready.
I didn't see this. You're going to have to say what was said. I didn't see this, so I don't know what they're talking about. You mentioned it to me today, but
I didn't see it live, but basically, and I'll have to find. If you give me a second, I'll go find it, Jay. But basically, Paul Feinbaum picked South Carolina in this game, and he said, "OU's done coming off that Texas loss. They're done. They got bullied around."
Didn't he say the week before they were making the playoffs still after the Texas loss?
And he also talked about BV and the culture, all this stuff that he's talked about bringing with intensity. They're done. It's done. I'll go find it.
Well, he's going to be there this weekend. He's going to be at the game because he's going there with SEC Nation.
We need to get him on the live show again.
What's that?
We need to have him come on the live show again.
I should probably reach out. He probably won't this week, but I should probably reach out again. He might. That'd be kind of cool. He won't be on the live show, but he might do a video. I don't know, Jeremy. I mean, we could try. Now he is a very emotional player, Chavez. I agree with you. Very emotional. And Courts picked 22 for Ole Miss. I see 17 here for Miss. Both those scores would be really good defensive. I think pretty good defensive games if they hold Ole Miss to 17 or 20 points. I mean, I just think Ole Miss is they can score points, man, and they can score in a hurry. So, yeah. Hey, let's get to trivia while we're at it. Let me get to the trivia question of the night. There it is right there. There's Sugar 66. You see it right there. Sugar 66 dessert shop, 2 locations, one in Tulsa, one in Catoosa near the Big Blue Well. Pineapple whips, freeze-dried candy, snow cones, ice cream, frozen treats, all of it. They got it. Go check them out, Sugar 66. I know the very own 918 would appreciate that. Tell him you're a Surgeaholic. Just tell him you watch the show because I know he does, and he would appreciate that as well and that support. So go check him out. Here's a trivia question for today, guys and gals. Last year, Ole Miss versus Oklahoma. Final was 26-14. Surprisingly, OU didn't have a quarterback that had negative yards rushing, not sacks. But OU had one player that had negative yards rushing. Who was it? That's the question. What player for Oklahoma last year versus Ole Miss had negative yards rushing? And that was quick. And it was a guess with the question mark, but we're going to go right here with Joe. It was Bauer Sharp. 1 carry, -1 yard. Probably some trickery or something, but that was it. Good job. That was quick tonight. I'd find a better one tomorrow. Good job, Joe C. 1 carry minus.
Hey, Jay, I can't find that. I wonder if it was AI generated.
Don't tell me you got fooled.
You never know these days, man. This AI stuff. My son.
Gosh. Are you
I'm gonna
kidding
find
me?
it, Jay.
Did you get fooled by AI again?
Again, I never have.
Like a daily thing with you. You call me and tell me something. I'm like, that's AI, Germ. Get off it.
Okay, Jay.
Wait, you're in the school system.
What are you talking about?
People probably fool you all the time with AI.
No, I don't, Jay. I don't get fooled by AI,
Hey,
bud.
have you seen Sora?
Yeah, my son downloaded. It's insane.
It is insanity, dude. I could do some videos of us that you would think are real.
Oh, yeah.
We could probably do a whole live show AI generated.
Can you imagine if OU's 9-2, Norman, Oklahoma, Bauer Sharp, and Nick Anderson comes to OU and just spoils it?
Stop. Don't bring that up. Don't bring that up.
AI stats have been accurate.
Yeah, it's hard to differentiate. I agree. I've been bamboozled sometimes, not as much as Germ. Germ's pretty easy to
bamboozled.
Yeah.
Hey, this is going to be a blast of a week.
It's going to be a busy week, but a blast. And hey, the 11 o'clock kick, I know a lot of people hate it, and that's fine. But like, if you're an OU fan, the game, you just got to get out there earlier. I mean, that's all there is to it. You got to be in the stadium early. South Carolina last game was 11:45 last week. Their fans showed up late. If you're watching that game or you were there, they were not there when the kickoff happened. They were a late crowd, and OU had already scored by the time they got all in the stadium. So OU needs to go out there and show up, be loud, and get that win. Oh, wow. Look at this. Mark says an entire live show with Chester voicing one of you and Jay Johnson voicing the other. Yeah, never go to bed. Hey, I don't understand this either, man. Yeah, next 2 home games are at 11, correct. Question for everybody, because I was kind of throwing this out there earlier. Out of the jobs that are open right now, not the ones that might be open, the current jobs that are open, what's the best job out there? Out of current jobs open. So you got Arkansas, Virginia Tech, Florida, Penn State. Who am I missing?
The one right now is Florida's the best job.
Well, Florida and Penn State. I think Florida's the best job.
I think Florida's better than Penn State because of the recruiting, man.
I would agree. And I think
you're in Southeast. You're in the Southeast country, Southeast Conference territory.
Now there's a Penn State. There's one Penn State, but I think it'd be Florida.
Yeah, and I'm going to say this about Billy Napier.
I like him.
I like Billy Napier.
I like him, but
I think the players like him.
You got to win at Florida, though, Jerm.
All I know is he's got a $21 million buyout. Half of that has to be paid to him within 30 days. Dude's a genius.
Well, genius. He didn't try to lose, Jerm.
Dude's a genius.
His agent's a genius. His agent's a genius.
Well, sign me up.
His agent's a genius.
Can you imagine if like meteorologists had the what would Travis Meyer's buyout be on Channel 6?
Oh, that's a great question.
I mean,
I think a lot of people wish they had buy out of their job. You could roll into your job and not do very well and get a big buyout, Jerm.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't work that way though, does it? No.
It doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way, man.
Who's next to get fired?
Norvell or Freeze. It has to be one of the two.
But Freeze should have already been fired this weekend.
What does firing your coach right now do? Explain it to me.
Well, I think the one thing it does for like Florida, they have a bye week. Maybe you can try to get a guy hired so that
you're not hiring anybody during the season.
If they're not coaching, you are.
So Gruden,
Urban Meyer.
That's the only way, though. If
Jason, if Urban Meyer 2 weeks from now said he'd coach Florida, they wouldn't lose many guys to the portal.
Agreed, but if you're getting a guy that's coaching at another school, you can't do anything.
And I got news for you right now. If Texas A&M walks into Death Valley and comes out victorious, Kelly's gone. He may not be coaching in Norman.
If they lose this week at home?
Yes, he may not be coaching in Norman.
Well, Hugh Freeze, people want him gone. You know what the name I would love to know people's. I think I know the majority of the people what they're going to say here, and I already know your answer. There's like people out there that are known people, national people that think Florida, if they can't get Kiffin, need to go after Drinkwitz.
Yeah, Drinkwitz, in my opinion, is not a Florida football coach.
Why though? Why is he not? He's done well at Missouri, Jern.
It's just because of his.
He's like Spurrier. He's like Spurrier. How's he any different than Spurrier?
He's similar to Spurrier, Jay, I guess.
So why are people thinking he wouldn't be able to do it?
I'm not sold on Drinkwitz right now, but I keep saying that all he does is keep winning. He does is keep winning.
The reason people don't like Drinkwitz is he's goofy.
Yeah,
he wins. He's winning. He's NIL. He's winning, right?
Yeah,
he's winning games.
He is.
He's recruiting well. Like
he is.
I think the guy's kind of different. Like he kind of goofy in some way a little bit. Dude wins.
Yeah.
I mean, he wins at Missouri.
Is SMU's quarterback a senior? He's not, is he? Jennings? I think he's only.
So. Arkansas is going all in on Lashley.
You think he's going to be the coach?
I don't know if he's going to be the coach. I'm just telling you, they're going all in on Lashley.
Jennings, what year is Taylor Green?
I don't know, but man, he's a pretty good player.
He's a good player.
Hey, now Matt Campbell, I think, has he kind of passed the chance to get the bigger job?
He lost his opportunity, Jay.
Penn State would be like a kind of a fit for him, but did he kind of lose his opportunity to get that bigger job, in your opinion?
Yes, he should have taken a chance, and he didn't.
Well, I don't think he should have. He likes what he's doing. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah. Now, you're right, 918. That's a great description of Drinkwitz.
Yeah.
A guy to tell dad jokes and then mow his lawn and some white New Balances, brand new ones.
Yeah. Hey, and this is the thing, Mark. They are trying to see how much they can get to get him over there, but it would take more than just him getting money. He wants the NIL to be better. I mean, it'd be a lot to get him over there.
Hey,
but he's an Arkansas guy.
Matt Rule is who I have as Penn State's next ball coach. He's an alum of Penn State. He would go back there in a heartbeat.
See, I think it's going to be Brian Kelly.
Why would they hire Brian Kelly?
I kind of feel like
what?
Jerm, I kind of feel like he might want to get out of LSU. That's
Penn State's not going to hire Brian Kelly.
Okay, Jerm.
They'd be better off hiring Chip Kelly.
They hired James Franklin.
Yeah, he's a little more.
Do you want me to tell you a home run higher?
For who?
For any-
Penn State?
For
Florida,
any
let me guess. Bob Stoops with Kel Gundy as OC.
No,
Because you already mentioned it to me earlier tonight.
hey, no. If I was an AD and I had an opening at my big time school, there would be one guy I called and make him say no.
Well, Nick Saban's the obvious.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
no.
you wouldn't call Nick Saban?
Well, I'm not saying Nick Saban. Nick Saban's out.
Go ahead, Jay.
John Harbaugh from the NFL.
Oh yeah, you told me this.
John Harbaugh at Baltimore. He's won a Super Bowl. He's done it. Maybe he's like, I'll come coach college because it's kind of like the NFL now with paying players. Maybe go back somewhere and just retire, be a college coach. I don't know. He turned me down, but I like the guy.
I'll tell you what I like. I'll tell you what I like.
He wouldn't do it, but
I like doing this every night. I like doing this every night, Jay. It's a blast. It's a total blast every night with all the Surgeaholics on here. Hey, big shout out tonight to the $99 super from Charlie, Jay. That was just right at the beginning, dude. Just showing out right at the beginning. Damon follows it up. Love the support from Damon. Easy money. Thank you guys so much for the supers. And then the chat was rolling tonight. Lots of good comments in the chat. Good calls tonight. It's been a super Sunday, Jay. And I'm ready for Monday. Monday's here. Saturday's around the corner. Going to be a beautiful day on Saturday. Rain chances Friday, so we'll keep up with that. But hey, thanks for watching. We'll be back tomorrow. Everyone have a marvelous Monday, Sooner Nation.